What's up? Welcome to Tour Truck Tuesday. I brought it out on the golf course. It's Goat Hill Park, extremely early in the morning. How do you choose your golf ball? It's a key one. I'm going to give you 5 reasons as to why you should be looking at different golf balls and what they do for your game. In my hand, I have the TP5, the TP5X. TP5 is going to be a more spinny golf ball. TP5X is going to spin less. And then the Tour Response, which is a 3-piece with a urethane cover golf ball. It's got the middle, it's got the layers, and then it's got the cover. That is going to be your softest and cheapest price point. If you're already driven by that, this could be the ball for you. It will spin the most. What does that mean? It doesn't mean it's going to land and it's going to check and it's going to zip back straight away, but it does mean it'll give you a different ball flight. Those guys on this channel of mine, if you are new to it, please hit notify, please hit subscribe. This is where you get information that you know that spin and launch is crucial to your game. So if you don't quite have the speed to get all 5 layers of those 2 golf balls I've just thrown down activated, then you want to go for Tour Response, because this will give you more spin to keep that golf ball in the air. Don't just decide it around here on the chipping. There's the overview. You've read the boxes. If you're a performance player, one of those 2 boxes on the floor are for you. That is tip number 1. Read the information on the back of the box. And of course, like all things in golf, be honest with yourself before you get going, because that's massively going to dictate which golf ball you choose. So you've read the box, you've read the information. You have to be honest with yourself when it comes to picking the golf ball. You have to read it, you have to look at it, you know which golf ball is which. Perfect. Then I want you to bring it to, I don't have my putter with me this morning for this, but I want you to bring it to either the long putt and start to hit putts from here, or the chip from just off the green. I don't want you to be worrying too much about the target, but what I do want you to be doing is you hit shot after shot, changing the golf balls. I've got TP5X, TP5, I've got Tour Response. Don't worry so much about the target, just hit them up there and listen to the sound off the blade. It's key. You're going to have 3 things that are going to impact how you hit golf shots. One is going to be the sound, one is going to be the feel, and then the other one is going to be the visual. So that one right there was TP5X. I looked down just to confirm, it's defined by the red number, but you could tell from the sound of that chip, it was firm off the blade when I hit a pretty standard chip with a 770 pitching wedge up there. There's lots of green, it's all feel. As I move through this process, I'm not looking for check with this, I'm looking for okay. That one's played with a TP5. Sadly, I'm talking over it, so you can't truly hear it, but the thing that you take from it as the player, that is the softer of the first 2 golf balls. Then you get into the third. Remember, it's a Tour Response, it's a urethane cover. It will be equally as soft as your TP5, if not a little bit softer. But this is your checkpoint number 2 when it comes to testing your golf ball. If you're not in a place where you have the numbers firing straight out at you, go for feel, go for sound, go for long putts, go for long chips. Then you move into shorter chips. Yeah, look at spin rates if you want, but if you're a top quality player, you'll be able to spin all 3 of these golf balls on your little check shots. If that's not something that appeals to you, come back to this area, play the feel, play them, listen to them, look at them, and feel them. Which one feels more appealing to you, the golfer? Then we move to point number 3. Tip number 3 when it comes to choosing your golf ball. We're 130 yards out. There's some divots on the ground. Now I'm going to give you a link. You can go over to the Par Train channel and you can get the full version of this video. I've had Evan, who's about a 6 handicap, just hit me some golf shots from here, and we've talked about the spin as that ball has hit the green. I want you to look anywhere from where you're starting to put a bit of pace into the golf swing. So for me, that would be 70 yards, all the way back to where you kind of hit your full wedge. Evan here is at 130-ish. That's his full wedge. As you look to pick your golf ball, look at how it lands on the green. Again, be honest with yourself. We're hitting into a slight upslope here, into breeze. You should see a bit of spin, but you will see clear differences between peak height and descent angle and how it reacts on the green between the TP5, the TP5X, and the Tour Response. So go out, hit your full shots, be honest with yourself, and mark, when you go up there to clean up your pitch marks, where that ball lands, just look at where that is to relation as to how the ball is finished in the position on the green. That's your third point. Let's have a look where I go for your 5 tips on picking a golf ball. Test area number 4, when it comes to your golf ball fitting. You've looked at the speed, you've got an idea of the feel, you know a bit about the tech, but now you're into, this is 220 out, it's your long iron. For some of us, it's a bit more than that. It's your shot that you want a flight on. And that's where you got to be honest with yourself. Are you someone, when it comes to hitting these golf shots, you want it flighted low, you want it flighted high, but also look at the spin rate and read into how it lands on a green. Are you someone who's hitting it into a quadrant of a green to get it near a flag? Are you looking to shape the golf ball? When you do cut the golf ball, move it left to right, do you want more spin? When you hit the draw, that's always going to be less spin. Do you need a draw to hang in there and have spin on it? That dictates you as to which ball you're going to go for. Remember, the TP5 will have more spin on it. The TP5X will come out with a little less spin on it. Are you a high spin player? You guys hear me talk all the time about spin rates on irons and how you launch it, the launch angle. If it's a 5 iron, for example, do you capture that 5,000 to 5,500 spin? Do you get the launch squeezed out there at half the number, half the launch of the loft on the blade? If you do, and you have speed and you create friction, that then is going to give you a ball flight that you know that you're looking for. But the bottom line is, here is your test point number 4. Here is where you look at it and look at how that ball is going to react as it comes off the blade and the peak height. So it's a visual, and then if you're shaping it, is your fade spinning enough and your draw hanging in there by having enough spin to stay in the air, because that will shape where you go based on the other answers to the previous 3 points as to which golf ball you play. And then this is your final place where you come to test for your golf ball. It's the tee block. Why is this so important when it comes to getting the right golf ball for you? Well, the answer is, it's a combo of how that driver is fit. It's the last place, and it maybe isn't the most important place. Once you've got your feels, once you've got your descent angles, once you've got your launch and you've decided on your fade or your draw, when it comes to your irons and your control, a good fitter, or going through the fitting process like I've done in this channel before, is going to be able to set up that driver to match that golf ball for you on this tee. You're looking for speed, yes, you're looking for peak height, you're looking for all those numbers that give you that descent angle that maximize what you do in this area, but it's important that you look at driver setup and tee height, because you can really get the most out of any golf ball if the club is fit correctly for you in this area. Hopefully that helps. 5 key tips to get you into the right golf ball for your game. You should consider them all and look at them all. Obviously you can't beat a fitting, but go away, do the analytics as to how that ball performs over a period of time. Be honest with yourself. If you're not honest with yourself in this part of the game, you're not going to get anywhere. That's your Tour Truck Tuesday golf ball fitting. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment below, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll bring more stuff to you next Tour Truck Tuesday.